I've been a firefighter for years. I've seen buildings crumble, families lose everything, and animals trapped in impossible situations. You learn to expect the worst, and you steel yourself against emotions. Because if you let every moment break you, you wouldn't last a week in this job. But there's one night I'll never forget. The flames were tearing through a small home. Smoke so thick you couldn't see a foot in front of you. Neighbors were screaming, chaos everywhere, and then out of the fire, through the smoke and heat, I saw her, a mother dog, crawling forward, a tiny puppy clenched carefully in her mouth. At first I thought it was luck, but what happened next shocked me, my entire crew, and everyone who witnessed it. Stay with me, this is the story of a mother's love that not even fire could destroy. It was late afternoon when the call came in, a house fire on the edge of the city. Nothing unusual, nothing out of the ordinary for us. We geared up, climbed aboard the engine, and rolled out. The closer we got, the more smoke we saw. A thick black column rising against the sky. By the time we pulled up, flames were shooting through the roof. Neighbors were outside, shouting, crying. One woman ran up to me screaming. The dogs are inside. We grabbed hoses, broke through the gate. The heat was intense, like standing in front of an open furnace. The walls crackling, windows shattering. All we thought was, put the fire out, save whoever, whatever. We can. Then it happened. Through the haze of smoke, crawling on her belly, a dog emerged, her fur already singed and darkened from the flames. And in her mouth, a tiny puppy. At first, I thought it was instinct. Maybe she'd just grabbed one in a panic. But when she reached the edge of the yard, she set the puppy down gently, nudged it with her nose, and turned back toward the burning house. She wasn't running. She was going back in. We shouted, we waved, tried to block her path. But there was no stopping her. That dog ran straight into the smoke again. Seconds felt like minutes. My eyes glued to that doorway. And then, unbelievably, she appeared again, struggling, coughing, carrying another puppy. Her paws trembled, her body fighting the unbearable heat. She dropped the second puppy next to the first, licked it, and without hesitation, turned back again. That's when I realized. She wasn't guessing. She knew exactly what she was doing. She was saving them, one by one. If this story has already grabbed your heart, if you're sitting there as stunned as I was, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. Because this isn't just a story about a fire. This is about love, survival, and the bond between a mother and her children. And you'll want to hear how it ends. The third trip was worse. The fire had spread faster. By now, the roof was caving in, smoke pumping out in black waves. We were shouting ourselves hoarse, trying to stop her. But she ignored us. She came back again. Another puppy. This time she stumbled, her fur smoking. Patches of it burned away. Her muzzle blackened. But she kept going. She placed the puppy with the others, whimpered once, and turned back yet again. By the fourth trip, even the neighbors were screaming in disbelief. Phones out, people recording, some crying openly. My fellow firefighters were trained to be tough, but even we were shaken. She came back with another, and then another. 5 tiny lives, laid side by side, while their mother risked death each time she vanished back into the flames. The final trip nearly killed her. By now the house was collapsing, the interior a furnace. I thought it was over. And then, out of the flames, she came crawling once more, barely able to stand. In her mouth was the last puppy. She staggered forward, collapsed on the ground, and with the last of her strength, pushed the puppy toward the others. Then she lay there, motionless. We rushed in, scooped her up, scooped the puppies into a box, and got them clear of the smoke. We'd just witnessed a miracle. A mother who refused to stop until every one of her children was safe. We got the fire under control. The house was gone. Nothing left but charred wood and ashes. But Amanda, That was her name, and all 5 of her puppies. They were alive. Amanda's paws were burned, her fur scorched, her muzzle blistered, but she didn't cry. She lay beside her puppies, nudging them, licking them, keeping them close. Rescue workers treated her burns, treated the puppies, and kept them together. Neighbors stood in tears. Nobody could believe what they'd seen, but we had all witnessed it, and none of us would ever forget. As a firefighter, you're taught to run toward danger, to put your life on the line for others. But that night, I learned something profound. The same instinct lives in animals too. Amanda didn't care about the fire. She didn't care about her burns. All she knew was her children were inside, and nothing, not even death, would stop her. It wasn't luck. It wasn't random. It was love. Pure, unconditional, unstoppable love. And it left us shocked. Shocked that an animal could show more courage, more loyalty, and more sacrifice than many humans ever would. That night changed me. Amanda's determination is a memory that still brings a lump to my throat. She crawled out of the fire with a puppy in her mouth, and then she went back again, and again, until every one of her babies was safe. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe animals love as deeply as humans do? Or do you think it's just instinct? Let me know your answer in the comments. And if this story touched your heart the way it touched mine, please hit the like button and subscribe. We share powerful, real stories just like this one. And I promise, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Amanda's story is proof that love is stronger than fire. And sometimes the greatest heroes don't wear uniforms. They walk on 4 paws.